Hi guys, Mulchmite128 here and welcome back to another video, where today I'll be comparing a $1, $100 and $10,000 car in Rocket League. Let's get straight into it. If you were looking for cheap, fast and reliable Rocket League items, you will love RL Exchange. The site has a massive catalogue of Rocket League items to fit your needs and is available to use no matter which platform you are on. From cheap credits to great deals on high-end items, RL Exchange has it all. So if you're looking for the cheapest Rocket League items with fast delivery so you can have the best looking car out there, you need RL Exchange. Make sure to use the link in the description to save yourself an extra 3% off your order. Rocket League has a massive trading community with many people spending hours trading every day to be able to get the best items in the game. Today I'm going to be comparing 3 different cars at 3 different price points to see the difference. Starting with the $1 car. Now there's not a lot you can get for 100 credits, which is the credit equivalent to $1. So this is not going to be a very flashy car, but I think we can still make a very clean car. By the way, I'll be using Xbox prices for these items. And of course the prices of these items may be different depending on when you're watching this video. Since I only had 100 credits to build this car, I thought I'd go for the default octane as it's free and everyone uses it. I considered a few different decals, but in the end I decided to use no decal and instead use a paint finish. So I went for pearlescent matte as I believe it looks really nice and is only about 50 credits. These are the colours I've gone for. I'm not a car designer or anything, but I believe so far the $1 car is looking pretty good. Now with the remaining 50 credits, I decided to spend all of them on a pair of normal unpainted zombies since they kind of match the colour wave I've went for, and they're a popular wheel so they're not hard to find. For the boost I've picked standard yellow as it's free and matches the setup. I've decided not to use any toppers or antennas, and I've used the standard goal explosion and trail as again they're both free, bringing our total to exactly 100 credits, aka $1. What do you think of this $1 car? Comment down below what changes you would make. Now moving on to the $100 car, what translates to about 10,000 credits, going off of the fact 500 credits is $5. Now we have a higher budget, we can afford to cash out on a decent car body. I thought I'd go for a painted Fennec as they're cheaper than painted Octanes. I looked through the prices and the budget isn't high enough to buy a white one, so instead I went for the second most expensive, a Crimson Fennec, which is about 3,000 credits. We now have 7,000 credits left over and I decided to spend the majority of that on a good black market decal. So I chose Dissolver, which is 3,500 credits. Looking at the Dissolver pattern and the red of the Fennec, I thought I'd make this car fire themed. So I used the yellow primary and a red secondary to make the car have that kind of fire look to it, even though it looks more like McDonald's than fire. Now for the wheels, I thought Dracos were a no-brainer as they have a fire theme to them, and since we have 3,500 credits left over, I thought I'd go for a Crimson pair for 1,500, leaving us with 2,000 credits. Next, I knew I wanted a black market goal explosion, so I went with Hellfire as again it matches the fire theme I chose and it's only 1,000 credits. Now with 1k left to be spent between a topper, boost and trowel, as I didn't want an antenna on this car, I thought the majority of that 1,000 should be spent on a topper. So I picked Crimson Halo as it's in the budget at 800 credits and is a very nice and popular topper. After that I only had 200 credits to spend, so I decided to buy the Pixel Fire Boost and Friction Trail for 50 each. So I've finished the car but with 100 credits remaining, but since this is a 10,000 credit car, not a 9,900 one, I decided to spend the remaining 100 on a Crimson Burnout banner matching the free jolted border to finish the setup. Honestly, I'm not a massive fan of this car because I used to love Dissolver, but I just feel it looks a bit messy. What do you think about Dissolver though? Comment down below. Finally, the $10,000 / 1 million credit car. Now this is going to be one crazy setup. So we've got 1 million credits, why not get a white Dominus? Personally I use and prefer the white Octane, but the Dominus is currently more expensive. Comment down below which one you prefer. So a white Dominus is about 50,000 credits, leaving us with 950k. That barely made a dent. Now we could spend basically all our remaining credits on a gold rush boost, but instead I've decided to be sensible and spend a measly 500,000 credits on some goldstone wheels. And then to match the theme, equip a beta nugget what is currently worth roughly 30,000 credits, leaving us with 420k to finish the car. I decided to spend 20,000 of that on a titanium white Helios boost, because why not? I'm actually struggling to spend these credits. Now I need to spend the remaining 400k. So I think an alpha cap fits our needs of spending a lot of credits, as it's currently 200k and matches the gold theme of the wheels and antenna. Now we have 200,000 credits to spend, and next it's time for a decal. I decided to go for the grey mainframe, which is 60,000 credits. If you want to know why the grey mainframe is so expensive, I'd recommend checking out my video on the top 10 most expensive items in Rocket League, where I explain it. 140,000 credits remaining, and I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to spend them all. For the trail, I've gone with the white EQ trail, which currently goes for 12,000 credits. What, although is the most expensive trail, it still leaves us with 128k to spend. Now for the goal explosion. Currently the most expensive is the white Reaper, which is currently valued at about 20,000 credits, but I believe it will be taken over by the white dueling dragons when that hits the market. So I've made a car and have 108k left over, making the total cost of this car 892,000 credits, or just under $9,000. I could have used Alpha Boost to make this car reach exactly the $10,000 mark, but I believe this car is much cooler, as otherwise I would have only had roughly 100k to spend on the rest of the car, compared to when I used the white Helios boost, which left me with 985k for the rest of the car. Okay, so here are all three of our cars at the three different price points. Now, I'm not a car designer, but I think this represents well what kind of car you can get with different amounts of credits. So, what do you think of these cars? If you could have any item shown today, which one would you pick? Comment below. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.